Hello and welcome to Rathods IS Academy. Today in this session we are going to see current affairs of 1st December 2024. Actually today is Sunday. There are very less number of articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. Let us see those articles. And even in our today's science page also there is no relevant article in your paper. So you can leave the science page today, guys. Okay, see this first article. See the title. What is it talking about? Snake bite cases to become a notifiable disease, say center. So what is the keyword here? Notifiable disease. So what is the meaning of notifiable disease? Notifiable disease means what? Okay, the keyword here is notifiable. So in which subject you will be studying about these diseases? In science and technology. Okay, what exactly do you mean about this notifiable disease? So what is advantage if you're keeping any disease under this category of notifiable diseases? So you have to focus on three important things. First one is what is this notifiable diseases? And you have to see what are the advantages or why we placed this snake bites under this. And next you have to see any other diseases which are placed in this category or not. If yes, what are those diseases? Because from this point especially you can get a prelims based question like consider the following diseases, which diseases are placed under this notifiable diseases. Okay, tell me at least any guess what is this notifiable disease? Okay, so it will be comes under any law, and if it is coming under any law, now government will be having more advantages to take any steps regarding this controlling of disease, or else it can also give some awareness about the people regarding the disease, or government will be taking effective steps to prevent this disease further. So those are the advantages, and there are many other diseases which had been placed under this list. It is not for the first time this snake's bite is going to be placed in this notifiable disease. And this article is important from your GS paper to under governance, because here whenever any disease is placed under this category of notifiable disease, it will be helpful for government to take some steps. Okay, so it is focusing on public welfare at large. So what are the steps which came up by the government for public welfare? Obviously it comes under your governance part. Okay, now let us see this article in detail. So center has now urged the states and as well as union territories to classify snake bite cases and deaths of the snake bite as a notifiable disease. So can you tell me in which areas snake bites cases will be very high? In rural or urban areas? Rural areas. Why? Forest. Next, agriculture. Okay. So can you tell me some examples of snakes and the poisonous snakes which are present in India? Cobra, okay. Recently, do you know one update from Karnataka regarding this king cobra? Classification of king cobra under a class called as Kalinga. Yes, do you know this? So because of this, the snakes is very important, because recently Karnataka government took a step of classifying the skin cobra under a class called as Kalinga. Okay, so actually snake bite cases are increasing day by day. So because of this, even the death related to the snake bite is also increasing. So because of this, now government need to take some effective steps to prevent the snake bite deaths in our country. So this is the step which is taken by central government, and central government is asking now the state government and as well as union territories to categorize the snake bite and related deaths under this notifiable disease. And now once if you are coming under this category, like if you're keeping the snake bites under this category, this classification will require all health facilities to reported suspected and confirmed cases. So now it is for sure mandatory for all healthcare facilities, either primary, secondary or tertiary healthcare. Now they have to report the cases which are suspected of the snake bite or else confirmed because of the snake bite. So because of this, it will be helpful for better understanding the public health impact of snake bites, especially who are the high risk people of the snake bites. who are travelers, who will be going for forest traveling. And next one is agriculture farmers, and as well as tribal people, because those people, they are living in the forest. So it will be very helpful for farmers and as well as tribal populations of our country. And if you see some important points that you have to see from this article here is classification of the snake bites as a notifiable disease. It will be helpful for urgent need regarding public health issue. And actually many cases will go on under reporting. Especially the tribal people, they will be having their own medicine, like natural medicine they will be using. Do they go to hospitals? No. But even if they are going to the primary health hospitals or primary healthcare centers, there is no proper reporting of these cases. There is under reporting. So because of under reporting, what happened? Do we ensure proper public health care? No. And do government will take proper resource allocation towards it? No. So if you are having certain data, then only government will be coming forward to take some steps regarding that problem. So here, because of under-reporting, there is a skew health resource allocation to address the snake bites problem in India. So we are going to address this now because of keeping the snake bites under this category. And next one here is we can identify farmers and tribal people as very high risk group because they are most vulnerable. And even they don't have proper education as well as they don't know proper preventive measures implementing regarding this reduction of incidence rate. So if you're having the data, we can reduce this incidence of this rates. And this one here is if you're having proper data, we can take proper data driven decisions. We can ensure informed decisions about resource distribution and as well as intervention strategies, and as well as ultimately we can save the lives of the people. And next one here is because of this move, we can have a proactive public health policies now. So we can understand the importance of documentation data so that we can address this health threats. And even it will be helpful for clinical management improvements. For example, if you're identifying the data, like in which areas we are having this high number of snake bites, in that areas, in especially in this primary healthcare centers, we can improve the infrastructure so that we can focus on efficient health service delivery for the people. So for this also it will be very helpful. So whenever we are improving infrastructure in the areas where there are more number of cases, obviously we can have the better outcomes because we need to have the venoms. Venoms are nothing but antidote. So if the snake is like antigen, so we have to give the antibody. So antibody is nothing but snake venom. So we need to make them available, and even we need to know like which kind of snakes are high in that area. So which kind of snake bites are there, so that we will be making available of antidotes in that area. So for that it is very helpful. Okay, and even we can focus on community awareness so that they will be taking some preventive measures like what they have to do after immediate snake bite. They should not move here and there, and they should tie that area so that the blood circulation will be stopped. So like that we have to give some community awareness so that we can reduce the deaths of the snake bite. And see what is this notifiable disease. So notifiable disease nothing but any disease that required by the law to be reported to government authorities. If there is any law which says that if that disease to be reported by any health authority to the government, that is called as notifiable disease. So because whenever we are keeping any disease under this category, so it will now allows authorities to gather information and to monitor the disease and to provide early warning of possible outbreaks. And the process will also help the government to keep track and to formulate a plan for elimination and for control. Okay, and even different diseases like cholera, diphtheria, encephalitis, leprosy, meningitis, pertussis, plague, TB, AIDS, hepatitis, measles, and many others, they had been placed under this category already. Okay, see this article. Seed Congress resolves to promote biofortified crops. What is the article? What is the keyword? Biofortified crops. So did we discuss anything regarding this seeds yesterday? What is that? Seeds Bill 2004 to be update it, and we need to have a new seeds bill. So what are the things that we discussed in our yesterday's class in that new seeds bill? So we have to go for certification, and next, improving of quality of seeds, availability and affordability of seeds to the farmers, right? Okay, so now what is this biofortification? Meaning of biofortification. Tell me, what is this biofortification? Fortification means? Okay, we have to improve nutrition. Can you tell me some example of fortification? Fortified rice. Okay, golden rice. So what is the meaning of fortified rice? We are adding some extra vitamins and minerals to that rice, is called as fortification. So what is the meaning of bio? Bio means having life, right? So what is this biofortification then? So in the living plant itself, we are enhancing the quality of the produce or the food grains, is called as biofortification. So how can we increase the quality or like increasing of minerals or vitamins in a plant? By changing genes. Yes. So what is the technology is called as? CRISPR-Cas9 is a gene editing tool. That means we are extracting the DNA from that so and so plant cell, and we are cutting and we are adding desired genes so that we can increase the quality that we need. Okay, so this topic is important from biotechnology. So where you will be studying about this biotechnology? From GS paper 3 under science and technology. Okay, now you understood about biofortification. Okay, we can do any kind of plants because we have that technology and we can do it any plants. So now tell me, what are the advantages? Why we need to go for this biofortification now? What will be the advantages? Yes, we can enhance nutrition next. Nutrition enhancement next. Come on, come on. Tell. Yes, cost effective. So we can reduce hospital burden or hospital cost. Next. Okay, high yield. So I'm talking about increasing of nutrition. I'm not talking about any produce here. So can we fight against malnutrition in our country? Next. How? Okay, decreasing of vitamin deficiency diseases, right? Next. So can you tell me some examples of vitamin deficiencies, examples of vitamins? We have water soluble and water insoluble. Water insoluble vitamins examples. Go to your school days. Tell me. ADEK. Okay, water soluble. ADEK. Apart from this ADEK, which vitamins we have? B and C. Okay, vitamin A deficiency causes which disease? Retinol. Okay, vitamin C deficiency cause scurvy. Vitamin D deficiency? Bones. What is a disease? Bones is not a disease, right? Tell me. Rickets. Next, vitamin E. Vitamin E scientific name, anyone knows that? We are not biology students. Okay, vitamin B deficiency causes which kind of diseases? Tocopherol, vitamin E. So vitamin B deficiency diseases. Pellagra. That means nothing but you will be having sores on the sides of the lips. Next. Anemia. Pernicious anemia is one of the important cause of vitamin B deficiency. Next. No idea? Okay. So we can control this vitamin deficiency diseases if you are going for biofortification. Next. Yes, very good. Hidden hunger. Next. Okay, what about economy? Economic growth we can increase or decrease. Obviously, whenever we are improving the health of the people, we can improve social capital and as well as human capital. Obviously, that will lead to economic growth. Okay, so these are the major advantages of this biofortification of crops. Now, let us see what exactly this article is saying. So, 13th National Seed Congress concluded that we need to enhance innovative seed technologies in India. And we have to focus on hybridization and as well as biofortified crops and stress tolerant varieties and as well as climate resilient practices. So if you're going for this hybrid seeds, what are the advantages? So first one, they're talking about hybrid. So what are the advantages of using these hybrid seeds? Yes, we can increase yield. Next, we can ensure food security of a country. Next, yes, we can increase our exports. Next, inflation. How? Okay, more food, we can decrease the price. That means we can make price accessible to people and as well as affordable. Next. Yes, foreign currency or forex reserves we can increase. Next. Come on, tell me. Next. So can you tell me examples of hybrid seeds that we started using in our country when? When we started using these hybrid seeds? Yes, very good. Green revolution is linked with this hybrid seeds. And see the next point, it is talking about biofortified. I talked about this biofortified till now. And next one is stress tolerant varieties and climate resilient practices. So these two are almost same. Stress tolerant. Why we need this stress tolerant seeds now? Stress tolerant, and next one is climate resilient. What are these? Okay, stress tolerant and climate resilient. What are they? Okay, so now we are having this climate change. So can you tell me examples? Increasing of drought, increasing of floods, increasing of salinity, and decreasing of soil fertility. So we need to enhance the production of crops which should be tolerant towards these conditions. Those are called as stress tolerant, and climate resilient means those crops should be even able to grow in saline conditions or like drought condition, drought resistance. So like that we need to have these kind of technologies so that we can enhance our agricultural productivity and we can ensure food security of our country. Okay, so for this, what happens if government is focusing on these four important areas? What will be the advantages? We can empower the farmers. Obviously, we can boost our agricultural productivity. And this one is we can ensure food security. And even we can address these challenges like climate change and malnutrition. So these will be the advantages because of this new seed bill. So actually this article is talking that we are focusing on hybrid and biofortified crops. So it is like a vital shift towards improving our agriculture resilience and as well as nutrition in India. So because of this, we can ensure more amount of population in our country, more healthy than compared to that of earlier, so that we can enhance human capital as well. And next one is we are also focusing on stress tolerant and as well as climate resilient practices. That means we can understand that yes, because of climate change, it will be going to impact not only on people, not only on environment, even on the food production as well. So if the food production is affected, obviously that will increase to increasing of hunger, increasing of malnutrition, increasing of deaths because of lack of food, increasing of famines, everything will go and happen. So because of this, already we had this kind of experience that we had in the past. So if you start reading your modern history at that time, you will be seeing about this Bengal famine. In that Bengal famine, more than 10 million people of India, they had been died because of droughts, because of lack of food. So here we don't want to get that kind of situation once again to be repeated in our country. So because of this, we are focusing on that. So we are going to take some urgent adaptation strategies so that we can mitigate this climate change on farming, so that we can ensure a long-term sustainability. And next one here is, now because of all these things, we need to come up with a new bill, that is new seeds bill. So it is talking about a robust legal framework will be helpful for supporting of seed industry, so that farmers, they will be having access to the quality seeds, and it will be also helpful for especially increasing of the growth in our agriculture sector. And even this article is saying that not only public or government can do everything, we need to also have public private partnership, so that we can innovate more, we can get more technology, we can get more competition. So those things which are said, and even these are the things that is finally going to be helpful for our farmers, because whenever agriculture productivity is increased, then there is increasing of revenue or income for the farmers. So through this, we can even achieve our aim of doubling of farmers' income, which had been failed recently. Okay, and even we can ensure nutrition as well as food security. And not only that, if it is successful in India, and many countries will learn lesson from India regarding how we are ensuring the food security and how we are fighting this hidden hunger and as well as malnutrition. Okay, clear? And see this article. PM to inaugurate festival to celebrate culture, economy of 8 northeastern states. So first tell me what are these 8 northeastern states? IR is going on, right? Assam, one by one. Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Tripura. Okay, Sikkim. So these are the 8 northeastern states. So why these 8 northeastern states are different from mainland? So it is separated by which corridor? Siliguri corridor or chicken neck. So can you tell me the length of this chicken corridor? 23, 21, 26, 27. 11, 12. Very good. 21 or 12. What a great confusion, guys. Okay, so tell me how these states are different from mainland. So why? From geography point of view, let us talk from each and every dimension. Okay, so I'm saying that northeastern states, they are different from mainland. Will you accept it or not? Yes. So from geography wise, so what is the topography of this area? It is having mountains and hills. Why? It is an extension of Himalayas, which comes under which part? Purvanchal Himalayas. Okay. So what about culture? So if you see which people are high in these regions, who will live in these mountain regions? Tribal people. And can you tell me some examples of tribes that you know from this northeastern part? Any major tribes? Uh, co- uh, Cookies and meat. Meatis are valley people. Meatis are not tribals. Cookies, Nagas, Jaindias, Khasis. Do they have same culture? So we can see lot of cultural diversity in this region. And what about food habits? Do they have the same food habits? So in which, on which products they will be dependent on? Food habits. Will they have the same food habits in that region? So how many of you are from anthropology? So if you're from anthropology, you'll be studying lot and lot from this area. Next, thank you, ma'am. Okay, and next, can you tell me like which kind of agriculture they will follow? Zooming, what? Shift. Podo is in AP. AP name here is Podo, but it is shifting agriculture. So what is the meaning of shifting agriculture? And even terrace agriculture. Terrace agriculture and shifting agriculture they will be focusing on. And next, okay, can you tell me some festivals that will be always in news from this northeastern states? Festivals. Tell me those festivals. That only. Tell me. Examples of festivals. You have to think. Hornbill festival, okay. Bihu. Have you heard this? Bihu. Especially tribals, whenever they are going for harvesting of their produce. After harvest and before sowing, they will be having lots and lots of culture. And if you go to this area for a visit, especially you will be seeing lot of diversity in their dresses, in their food habits, in their languages, everything. So here this northeastern states, they are having very rich in culture compared to that of mainland. Now if you're taking peninsula, we will be not seeing that much culture diversity compared to that of northeast. So because of this, our government want to celebrate culture of these 8 northeastern states, so they came up with a scheme. and society is going on, right? So if you are writing anything regarding how our government is ensuring unity and diversity, you can use this scheme, that is Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav. Ashta means 8, Lakshmi means money, Mahotsav is festival. So here government, that is Prime Minister, will inaugurate Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav 2024, and it is a 3-day festival. It is going to begin from December 6th onwards. So why we are celebrating this festival? To showcase culture, social and economic fabric of these 8 northeastern states. Not like that. Okay, let us see this. This is very, very important, especially if you are writing about something regarding unity and diversity in essay or in your mains answer. Try to include the scheme for sure. So government is trying to celebrate society or social or cultural or economic thing that we are getting from this 8 northeastern states. So here this article is saying that Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav 2024 from December 6th at Bharat Mandapam in this New Delhi region, and it is a 3-day festival, and we are focusing on celebrating culture, economy and artisanal crafts of 8 northeastern states of India, and it is collectively known as Ashtalakshmi. And even what is going on in Busan, plastic treaty. So why we didn't accept it, why India is very angry about that? They're not talking about finance, technology, and even limiting of plastics and chemicals. So can you tell me some alternatives for this plastic? We have one alternative is bamboo, right? We can use bamboo. So here we are also focusing on bamboo from this northeastern states also. So it is also important from our environment. Okay. So this event will promote local industries and to improve business relationship, which is aligning with the vision for northeastern development as a growth engine of India. So here the first one is we are focusing on unique cultural identities of this northeastern states, and which will showcase our contributions to India's diversity. If you're talking about India's diversity, you have to write some important points regarding Northeast, because we can see wide range of diversity in this region. And next one is, so this event will also helpful for economic opportunities, because we are also talking about artisans in this region and as well as buyers, and this event will be enhancing economic viability of this local crafts, so that it will be helpful for upliftment of this local communities. Especially we can see many tribal people and who will be mainly depend upon forest miner produce. So with that they will be making lots and lots of crafts. So here we are going to provide a market for this local crafts. And next one is we are also focusing on sustainability. So whenever we are highlighting these local products like bamboo and rubber, it will be focusing on especially sustainable practices. It will be helpful for alternatives to the plastics. And next one is government is also focusing on providing some support for these people, so that we can address the challenges of this local artisans and as well as farmers. And next one here is they are also going to get access, because if government is conducting any such kind of scheme, and whenever government is calling the people and government is providing the markets, then what happens? It will be attracting huge amount of people, right, to give the orders for that so and so products, so that they can get some bulk orders, so that it will be reviving of local economy as well. Okay, that is the thing. And see this article. Nirmala Sitharaman urges women to join central schemes and be self-reliant. What is this article? Self-help groups. Okay. So yesterday also we discussed one article that our finance ministry is saying that banks need to give more amount of loans to women self-help groups. So do you know what is happening in Bihar? Like especially women, youth, that is adolescents in Bihar, they are learning coding, which is sponsored by government. So after learning coding, they are getting 20 to 30 lakhs rupees packages. So it is creating lot of empowerment in Bihar. So as you all know that, especially in North India, Bihar, if they have to do the work, they have to get only government jobs. So because of this in UPSC also, most of the selections will be there from Bihar. So they don't have any industries, they don't have any other opportunities. If they want to get the job, they have to do government job, or they have to migrate to South India, and they have to work in cement industries or rice mills or anything. So these are the only two opportunities which are present with Bihar youth. But now government is focusing on empowering women, and it is giving free coding services for the girls, and they are getting 20 to 30 lakh packages now. Yes, in yesterday only I saw in the news, in print. Okay, so this is also focusing on especially Bihar women. Okay, so tell me how this will be helpful. Like whenever government is focusing on women to get benefit from the central schemes. So this article is important from women empowerment. So whenever you are writing any answer regarding women empowerment is one of the favorite area of UPSC. There will be, of course, at least 1 to 2 questions in GS2 and GS3 for sure. Okay, so how union government help to these SHGs will boost our economy? Tell me fast. Yes. Yes, can you tell me some central government schemes which are focusing on self-help groups and MSMEs? Mudra loans, next. And recently government came up with this scheme called as Drone Didi. Do you know about this? What is this Drone Didi is about? Drones or unmanned aerial vehicles. So under this Drone Didi, government is giving some incentives for the women to get drones, and they can provide rental services of these drones in agriculture. For example, to spray fertilizers and as well as pesticides, they can give these drones on rent. Okay, so here this article is important from women empowerment. You have to see the different schemes of government which are focusing on self-help groups, and you have to make a list of these different schemes, and you have to see what are the advantages of these schemes and what is the significance of these schemes regarding women empowerment. Okay, so all these areas are very important. We can connect this topic from economy, governance point of view, society. Okay, all these areas that we can cover. So now let us see the context. So Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman urged women in Madhubani, Bihar. And Madhubani is very famous for one painting called as Madhubani painting. Okay, so in Madhubani in Bihar, our Union Finance Minister urged women to join central schemes to achieve self-reliance during credit outreach program. So in one program, directly Finance Minister urged women to access to the central scheme, so that will be helpful for women empowerment. And she also emphasized that women is playing a very important role in India's development. So if we want to achieve this Viksit Bharat by 2047 without the contribution of women, we can't achieve this. Because if you take the population, 50% is normally male and remaining 50 is women. If these 50% of women who are not contributing to economy, can we achieve this developed status? No. So because of this, now government especially focusing on women, because to reach our target of 2047. Okay, clear? And here government is also empowering self-help groups which are mainly led by women now, to increase women participation so that their contribution to our economy will be increased obviously. And they are focusing on empowering women especially through financial inclusion. So especially we are focusing on increasing of financial literacy so that we can access empowering of women, and we can increase financial independence of women, and as well as economic stability of our country. And next one here is we are also focusing on long-term development goals. So we are also aiming that women to be a key players in India's development by 2047. And here we are focusing on gender equality and as well as gender equity as well. So these are the two components which will be helpful for inclusive growth, inclusive development, and sustainable progress of a country. And next one is, yes, there is a lot of impact on self-help groups. So whenever government is directly reaching this women SHGs, obviously what happened, women participation will be increased, so that we can focus on women empowerment, and as well as we can provide women with community support as well, and as well as they will be getting some financial resources so that they can do some economic activities in a country. And next one here is government also introduced some innovative schemes like Drone Didi. So they are focusing on modernizing of traditional livelihoods. So what women SHGs will be doing, like they will be making some plates to eat, or else they will be making some glasses, disposable glasses, or else they will be making some beedies or agarbatti. So those are the traditional livelihoods which will be taken up by women. But now government want to even modernize these traditional livelihoods of women. So introduction of drone didi. So they can opt the drones and they can give these drones for the rental services. Okay, so for this government is also providing some support. So this will be helpful for blending of technology even in the rural areas, right? And next one here is about role of banks. So now here in yesterday's article we discussed that finance ministry is directly asking banks to improve or increase the loans to these people so that we can have the more financial services, especially for this marginalized sections of people who are not having the proper process of getting credit. And this one is they're also focusing on training and as well as some additional financial assistance so that we can understand that importance of skill development is also very important so that we can enhance women potential, okay, which can contribute to our economic development. Clear? So these are the articles which are important from our examination point of view which appeared in our today's newspaper. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much guys. If you really like this class, please hit the like button and please do share this class to your friends and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IS Academy.